Hi, I'm Dr. Pratis Berry, and I have to tell you this story. Last night, after In the Spirit is a gathering of folks from my church, and we have dinner and everything, and we discuss theological topics in a very, everyday way, as they should be, right? So we're discussing it and had a great conversation last night. Got closer to one another, felt one another, shared with tears and laughter and joy, and it was amazing. And as I'm leaving the restaurant, I see these people and they're walking kind of towards me. And I remembered that I parked my car kind of far, and I parked it far, even though I don't usually park that far because it's hard sometimes for me to get there. And yesterday I did a lot of cleaning and I was in pain, but I wanted to park far so I could walk it. And I did. And then I came out and I was like, where's my car? And my car was in front of a car that was on fire. Flames were reaching up into the sky. I mean, it was on fire. And I see one of my church brothers walking towards me. And I'm like, is everything okay? Is that your car? He's like, no. And he was just so calm. And he was like, no. And I was like, what's going on? He's like, going to get a fire extinguisher. So he asked the restaurant for a fire extinguisher. And they're like, we don't have one. I'm like, you're a restaurant. You have fire extinguishers. Where is it? So they're like, oh, okay. So there's him and some other people, and then I'm trying to get to my car and I'm not moving as fast as I want to move, but I'm getting to it. And this woman's like, which car is yours? And I'm like, that one right there on the end. And she's like, oh yeah, that's way too close, get your car. So then I see somebody like kind of short run by me, and I'm like, who's letting this kid come over here by this fire? I was like, kid, get back. And I look, and it's a grown man who is crouched way down and running. And my first thought was like, God, I wish I had that mobility. He jumps in the car. His car is directly in front of the fire car. So he gets in, he backs his car out like a NASCAR driver. So now he's a NASCAR driver with mobility skills. And he backs it out. He backs it all the way down. And I'm like coming out and coming around. And now everybody in the restaurants and the stores and everything, everybody is flooding out into the parking lot looking at this. And then I hear somebody go, we need to call 911. I'm like, you mean nobody's called? And somebody was like, yeah, we already called. They're coming. So everybody's standing and they're walking up closer to it. I see my brother's fire extinguisher and I'm like, brother, get out of there. so, so I pull off and I'm like up the street before I see the fire truck coming, and the fire truck is really coming. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And I'd had this wonderful discussion, amazing time, incredible experience. And that fire, as close as it was, as awesome as it was, I mean, it was on fire. And my car was right there. As amazing as it was, it did not extinguish the joy, the love, the power of that gathering. I hope you know where I'm going. It's that kind of a gathering, a closeness, a love, a like minded, like heartedness, that even when the fires of life are close to you, so close, you could almost touch them and they could almost touch you. They cannot consume you. We will all go through some things. How we go through them is determined by what we did right before. I love you.